Hello, YouTube. This is Truth Blaster. Prophet David Howard Jr. Probably shouldn't say that name. Probably end up blocking my broadcast again. This one right here, I won't be before you long. Because this is one of those videos that I could talk about for 3 hours or for 3 minutes. I entitled this one, White Supremacy, Mentally Dead Negroes, etc. This is upon request by a friend that I know. He wanted to hear about this particular subject. And the fact of the matter is, and let me say this to start, not all white people demonstrate racism. Not all of them are racist. But it's a large enough number of them that are, and they capitalize on the world's desire to be with and like them. And that is called white supremacy. Although blacks make up a small number of the world's population, we are portrayed in the most negative way. The fact of the matter is, though, because we're not just talking about white supremacy, we're talking about mentally dead Negroes and etc. The etc. is there because this stretches through all races. There's a lot of ignorant fools with turbans on. There's a lot of ignorant fools with a red dot in the middle of their head. Ignorance stretches through all skin tones and all cultures. Let me say that again. Although blacks make up a small number of the world's population, we are portrayed in the most negative way. The fact of the matter is the zombie mindset is contagious through all the races and religions in the world. Don't look to religion for any type of fulfillment, because I guarantee you the moment you look to religion for fulfillment, you will get disrespected all the same in the church. Whether it's somebody trying to get with your husband or wife in a sneak, or somebody trying to mess around with your kids, or a hypocrite kid got your kids stealing cars, don't look to the church. Don't look to religion. Look to the Most High. Look to the heavens. Learn how to tap into your spirit. Now, the definition of the word zombie is a corpse said to be revived by witchcraft. Again, the word zombie is defined as a corpse said to be revived by witchcraft. Witchcraft is all through the world. We're not born, we're born into sin, but we were not born knowing how to sin. We learn how to sin through the witchcraft that's all in the whole entire world. And like I say, the Bible says rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Witchcraft leads to rebellion, and it creates zombies. Witchcraft is used all over the world all day long in TV and the Wiccans gatherings, etc. Witchcraft is one reason why whites are supreme. Let me say that again. Witchcraft is one reason why whites, or those who call themselves whites, are supreme to other races. Whites are supreme because they control all the media outlets as well as religion. And I want y'all to know this and understand this, and this came as a shocker to me when I learned this some years back. When you call yourself a Christian, it's like Christianity teaches you to uplift the white supremacist agenda. See, if I'm supreme, let's say I'm supreme and I got this group that comes behind me. If I'm supreme, I'm going to try to disarm all those who could disarm me and who could take me from the top. And the way I would do that is by putting myself and those like me all over TV. I would do it the exact same way as they do it. I would portray myself in a positive light and portray everybody else in negative lights. Even the word white in most languages means pure, while black means evil. Now, even Just look at these cartoons. Look at the cartoons, especially the older ones, like right around the time of the civil rights movement, a little before that. You'll see what I'm talking about. Even Jesus of Nazareth, when you watch Jesus of Nazareth, it's a white man with blue eyes. Now, let's just be honest. If you study culture and history like I do, you know that it was impossible for someone who looked like that to be out there during that time. And this is the reason why I don't believe blacks should interracially date. I think interracial dating is a supplement to white supremacy. Yeah, you having white friends, all that, that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. If they treat you good, why would you treat them bad? But when you start making babies, when you start getting intimate, when you start doing all those things, it's like you trying to forget about history, but history is not forgetting about you. So why should you forget about it? You should be like, well, I'm not going to hold it against nobody that didn't do it, but it is what it is. And that's the attitude I take. There is a great need for blacks to marry other blacks, build their wealth together, make babies, age permitting, together. Whites do not need any help populating or producing any type of goods or babies or services or anything else. They call us the minority for a reason, because it's just not that many of us. I say again, nothing wrong with being friends. When you start trying to make them babies and stuff, now you done turned your back on your ancestors. Now you done turned your back on the people who had to endure great suffering and punishment just because of what they were and how they looked. And you can't forget about that. That should be a chip on all of our shoulders. Not, like I say, not being angry towards people who didn't do nothing against you. But still. So, when blacks, especially the morally sound, especially the financially successful, date whites, you strengthen white supremacy. Why did they get our best and we? Now, I know. I'm gonna just say this. If you look at the caliber blacks that white people get, and you look at the caliber whites that black people get, it's a disparity. It's a discretion. Something ain't right. When you see a black dude, what in shape, like he take care of himself, with an obese white girl with one tooth on the left side all the way by her jaw, another tooth on the right side all the way by her jaw, and space in between. Illuminati people have to do so, but the rest of us don't. So if you can't go by a dude on power. He is interracially married. You can't go by him. He has to do what he has to do to stay where he is, to stay relevant. But the rest of us, we don't. Now, example, you black, you make $150,000 a year. You marry someone black, or you remain unmarried. That's just the intelligent thing to do. If you're not trying to make any particular race even stronger than they are. Why would the most successful blacks marry outside of their race? It goes back to what we're talking about, mentally dead Negro. You have to be mentally dead to turn your back on your ancestors like that. You have to be mentally dead to kill and destroy your own neighborhoods and your own communities. You have to be mentally dead to try to rob someone who is not even guaranteed to have $1 in their pocket. You're mentally dead. Shooting at somebody and shooting kids who ain't even had the chance to grow up yet. That's the problem. You mentally dead and you start threatening and wanting to kill people over some trivial. When we see black vendors on the street, we should be buying their product. We should be pumping at least 75% of our spending money back into black businesses. Nothing wrong with you see something somebody else got and you buy it, but you shouldn't be one of them mentally dead people who, when you see somebody black, they give you a flyer for their business, you throw it away. Somebody white, Latino, Arab, give you a flyer for your business, you pin it up on your wall. That's being mentally dead. Mentally dead means you have no mental life. Your perception is bad. Your insight is bad. You probably watch a lot of TV. That TV will kill your mentality. It will kill your ability to understand what you need to understand to be productive in this world. You got people who need a second job that won't even work. People talking about, I got to go watch Empire. I got to go watch Power. Okay, you watching Power, you making him richer, but you're not making yourself rich. I got to go watch Power. Now, I can see if you make $100,000 a year, you already well to do and you don't want to do nothing else. But if you ever say you broke, if you ever let that come out your mouth, you need to do more. You're probably one of them people who watch more goofy, uninformative stuff on YouTube broadcasts instead of the ones like Truth Blaster and A-Lux and Daniel Ally and all the people on YouTube who will make you more intelligent, make you more wise, make your life better. You probably only watch the silly stuff. And I like watching the funny stuff too. We kill each other, rob each other, carjack, disrespect, and do all the negatives. All the negatives. Why? Because a lot of these black people, we not savvy and productive like they were coming out of slavery. When they finally got a chance, that's when you start seeing them doctors. They start inventing stuff. You saw all these things going on. And now all you see is tattoos, 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 tattoos. And if that's what you want, it's no sin. Tattoos, 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 arguments, petty arguments. People looking at you funny. Interracial dating. You got a black mom, you got a black baby with a black girl, you hate her guts. You get the white baby, you taking care of the mixed baby, but you still got that other baby, you not taking care of that baby. You hate yourself. You a self-hating punk. Take care of both of your kids. You taking care of the one that got white in them because you hate yourself. You don't like what you see in the mirror. You mentally dead. And you making whites even more supreme. Talking about, man, white girl this, white girl that, white girl's the best, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and you think that because you elevating the experience because you hate yourself. That's all it is. That's all it is. And don't let them play that game. I know I don't hate white people. I know I'm not racist toward them. But I look at them, they just people. They just people. And I know that I wouldn't be here if my ancestors didn't put up with that garbage from their ancestors. So why would I take to my freedom to have a relationship and be with the people who my ancestors were getting sold off because of their relationships with people from their tribe and from like tribes? Why would I do that? It don't make sense. It just don't make sense. And I need to close this up. I think I've been talking about this long enough. It don't make sense. I ain't trying to hear that stuff. Oh, you hate gay people. You're a homophobe. No, I'm a heterosexual. And I think that's pure foolishness, and that's part of that mentally dead stuff too. You can't produce a baby. What's the point of even engaging in that activity? If that's the case, you might want to get you might as well stick to heterosexuality, buy you a doll or something. But even the Bible say that's unnatural use. Man with man, woman with woman. It's unnatural. And you can flag this all you want. That's fine. It's unnatural. And it's mentally dead. You're not utilizing you were born. And you can't nobody ever prove or ever say that when they was a baby, they were gay. That's one of the dumbest, top 10 ranked dumbest things that anybody could say is that they were born gay. How do you know what you were when you were born? You have to learn how to see, walk, taste, use the bathroom on your own, everything. How could you know you're gay? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop listening to devils. Get you a book. Read the Bible. Read the book of Enoch. Start studying things. Study quantum physics. Study the law of thermodynamics. Start studying instead of listening to these lizard people who not even fully human. This looking, and I want to say this too before I close. People think the war is white against black. And the whites that are naive and brainwashed, it may be. The blacks that are naive and brainwashed, it may be. But there is a group of people who look and appear to be white, but they're not. They're not. That's just the cover that they take. And they're the ones that's putting out all this foolishness and making people zombies. Remember, rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. What happened in heaven? Rebellion. That's what divided the heavens. Rebellion against the Most High. And that rebellion is what leads to that zombie state that's not only in the United States. A lot of people are more like zombies. But throughout the whole entire world. It leads to white supremacy. It leads to people being mentally dead. It leads to crack use, homosexuality, pedophilia. All these strange behaviors that we see. Carjacking. If you can't buy you a car, it ain't time for you to drive, son. It's not time for you to drive. You taking pictures with somebody else's car that they went to work to buy. You's a fool. They should throw you under the jail. And all them HSW workers, POs, judges, lawyers who be letting these guys out and people end up dead, people end up getting hurt. Shame on you. You should lose your license. And no. I'm going to close. I'm going to close. You got to get your spiritual life in order. You got to connect to the Most High. I can help you do it. Those of you who heard this and you want to hear more about this and more about these types of things and all the subjects that I blast that truth out, just subscribe. Subscribe. That's all you got to do. Subscribe and you'll get the notifications when I make more broadcasts. Because no race should be supreme and nobody should be mentally dead. It's time for everybody to wake up. Wake up from your spiritual sleep and wake up from your mental sleep. Wake up. Nobody cares how big your penis is. Nobody cares how big your biceps are. Nobody even cares how much money you got in the bank. Congratulations, you got money in the bank. Nobody cares about none of that. It's time for you to wake up. Can barely go to these jobs, people so ignorant. Make you want to quit these jobs. That's why people quit their jobs. Can't barely, you prefer, that's what's making Uber and Lyft popular. You prefer to work by yourself because people are so mentally dead. It don't make no freaking sense. You can barely, you see them, oh man, I got to work with this person. Oh man, here she come. Her and her little grudge. Here she come. But I'd like to thank those of y'all for listening. Keep tuning in for more broadcasts. This is the Truth Blaster. You just been blasted with the truth.